Hi, welcome to Classic Car Cave. So this video is going to be on the XJ6 behind me. My wife and I went to Munich last weekend, and we went there to do a bit of a trip, go down memory lane. We hadn't been back for some years, and picked up these carburetors at the same time with the carburetors that are on the vehicle. So I've taken the two HDS carbs off. I've got to take some of the vacuum lines off and some of the lines that come from the crankcase breather. But what I've done at the moment is I've put the two HD8s on just to see how they're going to fit, and they're going to line up very well indeed. So what I'll do is I'll go through what I'm going to do with this. Unfortunately, some of the parts I require, like I want to make these a manual choke. So what I will do is I won't show you the rebuild of them, because if you go to my, I've got a complete rebuild videos, I think 4 or 5 or 6 of them I think there is, on the HD8s that went into both my E-Type and the XK150, and they're exactly the same, except there's triple instead of twin, as we've got in this particular situation. So what I'm going to do is, as I say, I'll show you how I'm going through it, and then I will show you how we make it from automatic choke into a manual choke. And this is actually what I'm waiting for, is the choke cable system. I have to ask to come from the UK. They don't have it in Holland, but they do have the complete rebuild kits, and that's butterfly, throttle, shaft, everything, diaphragms, the lot. But as I say, unless somebody's really interested, you can go and watch the HD8s on my on the previous ones I've done before. What I will do as well is give you a quick look around, because the garage has changed a little bit since we finished up with the Track Mini, and I hope you enjoy the video and get something out of it. The XJ6 has not moved at all, still on the ramp, which is becoming a bit of a pest, because I really need the ramp now to do some stuff on the Track Mini. But you can see that we've moved the XK over there. These are on these jacks. If you've got a garage that's tight for space, these are a really good bit of kit. A little bit of a bugger to get started, but once they're moving and the wheels are in the right direction, they're very easy to move, and obviously easy to turn cars in a very small circle. But initially you've got to make sure that those casters are in line. Obviously the Mini Cooper is here and on the trailer, ready for Wednesday when we do our first testing morning, 4 hours hopefully, and again on the Thursday, that's ready to go. And yeah, that's how we look at the moment. So it's looking a bit tidier and a bit cleaner in here, but the main focus now is getting this XJ6 running. So I'll show you what I'm up to exactly. So these are the two carburetors we did earlier and refurbished them. These are the HS8s that were on the car when I got it, and you can see everything's been renewed on it. But I don't like the setup on them, particularly this automatic choke system that goes with it, which I believe is still here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Just give me a second. So I'll try and find somebody who needs something like this and move it all on, if somebody wants it. Yeah, and there it is there. That's the difference in the system. So, and then what I'm doing is changing it to that's a Zenith by the looks of that. That was Zenith, yeah. And then what I'm changing it to is the HD8. This is this one here. It should show. Yeah, there you go, HD8. Much simpler carburetor, virtually foolproof. And I'll show you what I've done. So I've taken them off the manifold, the inlet manifold. I'll just take it around and show you, and you can see they're obviously stripped. The fuel bowl, for instance, is off on this one. It's still on this one. They're a little bit corroded, not badly corroded, but just a bit rusty. So I'll put these into some treatment for a few days, get them all cleaned up. But as you can see, that's going to work very well. You can see there's they're perfect to go onto that manifold, and obviously the height is no different from the other ones. The bells and the pistons are pretty much similar. but it's the mechanism itself. Much easier, the HD8. It's one of the best carbs. Why they changed it, I do not know. Might have been some thing with, with America, who knows, I don't know. Anyway, but what I will do is show you how we're going to do this and change it into a manual choke system and what we do about it. But as you can see, they fit perfectly on there. And of course, the air box, or the air filter, you can see quite clearly that's exactly the same, because they're the same fittings on it. You can see it fits there perfectly. So I can still use the same air box. It makes no difference at all, because I've got all brand new filters and everything for it. So there we go. What I'll do then is I'll take this pipe off. You can see this is, unfortunately, this is already snapped off, but this is just a return from the crankcase breather, and it went in. And again, why it's like that, I don't know. What I will then do with this is change this to another piece, which will just be a silver foil type with a spring in it, and it just goes onto the back of the air filter, or hang it over the side. I've left the cam covers off because obviously what I want to do is, there is some issue with the electrical side of it. What it is exactly, I'm not sure. I have a feeling it's the low tension cap here that's the problem, and what I'm going to do is buy a new one, because we had a bit of an issue with it, and I think what it needs to do is this needs to be changed out, and I think this is what one of the problems is here with this cable. Yeah, there's like a little wire goes inside there. You can see it's the low tension wire, and I'm just not 100% on that, because we had to make one, and it could be the resistance in it is an issue. But anyway, I'm going to buy a new one and sort that out. Then I can time it up. What I'll do then is get it on TDC and time it up statically, open up the lock on the distributor just as the points are opening, and put a light on it, and a test light, and when they open up, and then once it's running, I can do it with a timing light. So that's the idea behind it. But I know for a fact there's an issue with the fuel coming into this, and this is exactly why I've changed these to these HD8s. And the other thing is I've turned this fuel filter. You can actually turn these off, which is good. So that's the plan over the next, I don't know how long this stuff is going to take to come from Holland. He's told me sort of next week sometime, so hopefully that is the case. But I can strip these down now and start getting them cleaned up, and everything's new. So the diaphragms, all the gaskets, and as I said, they're very easy to work, thank God. And that's the way I want it to change. So these are the two floats that came out. Obviously they were pretty corroded. This is one of the HD8s. What I'll do with these now, they can be prone for the solder, the silver solder to go in them, and fluid go inside them. So what I'll do is I'll put them in some petrol with a weight on them and submerge them in fuel, which they would be inside the fuel bowl in here. I'll put that, and then what I'll do is put fuel in it, and after a day or so I'll take them out and give them a shake, and you can hear if they've got fluid inside them. So obviously they won't float properly if there's an ingress of fluid in them, or fuel in them. They're not that expensive to change over, but as I say, it can, over a period of years, that solder can go. So yeah, get these all nice and done, so by the time the stuff actually does turn up, I can start cleaning them up and see how we go. I'm wondering, because these bells and pistons have all been cleaned up, as you can see, they're in quite nice condition. I'm not sure, because they are a mated pair, but I'm not sure if they'll work on these HD8s. I'm pretty sure that they're the same, but I'll check that out and make sure that's the case. But they need to be fitted with the bell and the piston, because when you put some tape on the bottom here, you should see how the fall rate is. and if you change them over, you will see, if you mix them up, for instance, if you've got triple carburetors, I think you'll see this in my video, if you mix them up, you'll see the fall rate is different. So they are a matched pair, but we'll see if that's possible to do that. But it would only save on the cleaning. I'm not quite sure if I think the fittings are the same, but I'm not 100% sure, and certainly not sure about the needles. So we'll see what the situation is on that one, and go with what we need to do.